All right, guys, listen, I'm at a real shoot, so I'm not gonna be able to jump on camera and record this great YouTube video like a lot of y'all YouTubers, gurus do, because they're not on real shoots. I'm on a real shoot, see, on location, right? I'm working, right? So forgive me if it's choppy, forgive me if the audio not perfect. I don't have a team with me, and I'm not gonna bring a team with me to film myself while working with a client, because I'm really on the shoot. So I'm gonna grab stuff here and there, maybe some voiceovers. I may have to use some AI to pop in and tell some stuff. But today I wanna talk about the 6 things that make you a great corporate event photographer that nobody else is talking about. So I'm shooting today with a company some of y'all may or may not have heard of. Who cares, right? It's a company, it's paying good money. And like I said, in part 2, I'm gonna talk about how to land these clients, what they pay, does it pay really good, and how often they hire. I'm gonna give you everything in part 2 if you're a member. But what I'm gonna do now is give you 6 things that great photographers or corporate event photographers usually possess. All right, real quick while I got time, I'm gonna probably talk through these and just show y'all a little B-roll while I talk about it. First things first, be early. On time is not on time. 15 to 30 minutes early. Parking is gonna be a problem. Where to put your bag is gonna be a problem. Finding out who the VIPs are is gonna be a problem. Don't walk in right on time trying to jump into it. Get there early. Talk to people, shake hands. Clients really appreciate when you get there early and you care and you're trying to get shot lists and understand what to do where. They really appreciate that. In fact, look, I'm gonna sit this here because I'm gonna talk while I work. There we go. So they appreciate that. Make sure that you're there so you can get an idea of the landscape, so you can see stuff before it's been touched. Plus you wanna get images of the location before it's being touched. Those images play a big part. They play a real big part. Let's go to number 2, and these are in no particular order. Great corporate event photographers can take pictures that tell stories. You want to be able to see what was going on in the picture. Who was he talking to? Who was she talking to? Where was their conversation like? Where were they? Where were they at? What's the excitement of the face of the person that they're talking to? And I'm gonna show y'all some examples. I haven't even caught them yet, but I'm gonna take some. I'm just knowing in advance that I'll get them. You wanna tell a story through your images. And this is something that a lot of people who have not been professionally taught, they don't do this. They capture the moment, but they capture a frame of the moment and they don't know how to tell stories through images. They only know how to take pictures. And that's why it's a big difference between like journalistic photography and then portrait photography. It's a lot. And you gotta be really good to be a journalist because you gotta capture live on the spot. Can you imagine being a combat photographer and you got, a tank about to get hit by a missile and you missed the shot? You don't wanna do that. You don't wanna do that. I'm gonna take some more pictures, I'll be back. Where a lot of rookie photographers who aren't great corporate event photographers struggle is they don't have great composition. Their composition is terrible. They cut off arms, legs, feet, heads, faces, arms. They don't tell the whole story. They're not telling what's going on in the scene. And that's not good photography. If clients see our images and see somebody else's images and they don't know why they want us back, but they want us back. And I'm telling you, composition. If you can get great composition and great shots out of people talking in a group, you're unstoppable. And you gotta get good at that. You gotta get good at working through a crowd and telling stories from different angles, different people, wait for certain facial expressions. Some people just snap and they just capture people mouth open, just weird. And they wonder why their pictures just don't get received that well. They don't have the knowledge of when and how to capture a person in a way that looks flattering. They're just trying to get it and focus. And you should be capturing facial expressions and you should be telling stories with the images, and a lot of people just don't know how. So the images look like random people instead of telling stories. That's why I tell you, if you're not a photographer, if you're not professionally trained, think about it, because there's a lot of things you're missing that you don't understand you're missing. Real quick, while we on the composition thing, shooting in layers. If you're not shooting in layers, stop. If you don't know how to shoot in layers, you should not be shooting corporate event photography. Stop. If you don't have great composition or you are shooting in layers, you got to do some work because you are making this look bad. And photographers like me will run circles around you. As you can see, I'm ducked off way in the corner. Got to be ducked off. They don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm working right now. I don't like photographers that try to be the life of the party. This is not a house party. This is corporate. Shut up, blend in, snipe. Period. Real quick, I got a few seconds. There's 2 things you need. You need a camera is two things you need: a 70-200 and something wide, preferably 24-70. Right now I'm shooting 24-70 on one, and I'm shooting 24-35 on the other. I like to go extra wide because I group shots, you never know how big group shots would be, so you want to go as wide as possible. And you want to go full frame for your wide shots. If you don't have full frame, get you a 16mm Sigma or something very wide that lets in a lot of light, all right? If you remember, I'm gonna go back to the studio and I'm gonna tell you more about it. Making sure that you're grabbing great shots. I'm gonna tell you all about this client, how much I made, everything. Make sure you subscribe. And look, if you're tired of following gurus that ain't in the field, stop. Follow FlashFilm Academy. We're out here doing it. I'm not telling you everything from a desk. We're actually living this. This is what we do. So I know I don't show a lot. It's difficult filming on location, you know, because you look like you're not working. It's difficult filming while you're on location. And I'm filming myself right now. I'm not trying to bring a lot of gear and look funny and all of that crap. So it's difficult to do, but I'm trying to bring it to you. So please, if you support it, if you like it, if you want knowledge from somebody that's really doing it, not one of these guys sitting on their ass telling you to, you know, what the sponsors told them to tell you, hit that subscribe button. If you're in a place with natural light, put your back to the wall, to the light, and get the best images possible. I'm looking for facial expressions. I'm looking for people talking with their hands. I'm looking for eye contact. That's what you want to do. Don't be afraid to go places. I'm behind the bar right now. I go anywhere I need to go to get good candid shots. Also, in most cases, clients want all candid, but this client wants some posed group shots. So I'm gonna politely go ask people to take pictures. You may want to ask that before your job. Some clients want posed group shots. Real quick, another thing too is I take pictures in bursts always in a vertical. Burst. Why? That's the blink. I don't want one shot and then I'll mess up. Plus, sometimes if there's some stuff I'm trying to catch that's popping off quick, I will shoot it in bursts until I get my shot fit. Because guess what? A bad image sometimes is better than none at all. Especially if it's of a crazy situation with something shadow. So, just keep that in mind. Shooting bursts. And they gotta be on high, maybe a medium, pop. But I wanna make sure I get all my blinkers, make sure nobody drinking, nobody's eyes closed, nobody's eyes in the wrong direction. And even if I gotta use AI to get them right, I got so much data to pull from, because I have not other angles, but just multiple images that I can feed to the AI to fix. You can't tell it to make somebody's eyes open. We don't know what their eyes look like open. Film. So, yeah, I gotta move around. Listen, I'm trying to give y'all little spurts because I don't want to be seen with my phone and so I'm literally at the event. Like, I'm literally running stuff. Let's get it. Check it out real quick. Another thing about corporate event photography is people get in groups and they don't move a lot. So you gotta make sure you circle and want to capture them. They look at me like, what are you doing? So people get in groups and they just get to talk. So remember, you gotta move around and you gotta be creative because people are getting one stop. You wrote this stuff. You gotta move around. Keep moving. Another thing too, that should be common sense. At a drinking event, don't be getting people with the drinks anymore. Nobody want to get caught with a drinking anymore. Cold and drink, cool, but don't make them look like an alcoholic. Do not get people looking like these things, especially executive. They don't want to get sunlight. It should be common sense. If the little pictures, wonder why you're not getting callbacks. Maybe that's why. Real quick, try to get hugs, try to get high fives. For CT even coming together, they're about to embrace. Get it. Look for that. That's what you should be looking for. Look for moments. Look for people telling interesting stories of their heroes and everybody's all in. Look for that. Look for that. I like it when you talk at the hearings. They always take the best crew. They're better than people who unfold and talk. But you gotta look for those moments. That's what make your photography. We're not here to just take pictures. If you think you're here to just take pictures and just deliver it to a client, you're not gonna make it. Not with me and your marketer or a FlashFilm Academy studio and market. It ain't gonna happen. Because it's more than, and clients want more than that. They just don't know how to articulate. You can't just be the button pusher. You gotta be the professional. You gotta know what to look for, what to get, what's gonna sell, what's gonna help. And if you're not thinking like that now, at this stage of copy, you're gonna be just another photographer taking pictures. Oh, and the Flash, still rookies. That's it. They used to be one. It's either for rookies or people that know how good get. She flashed fast glass. I like to shoot pictures to the phones during the event. And that's what she's looking at right there on my shirt. She's looking at pictures of just while I'm filming. Real quick, don't got a lot of time. One, if you can get pictures with branding and people, they go crazy for those. Let me show you an example. Two, I just found out who the VIPs are. I know who the CEO is now. You know, he wasn't a point of contact for paying for it and all of that. We still want to get really good pictures of him. So we're gonna follow him around. And if we're a ninja, they'll never know we'll have dope energy. Let's do it. All right, everything coming to a close. 15 minutes to go. I like to get with the client to see if there's any other shots they need. 15 minutes before it's over with and not till it's over with. Always do that. I don't care if you got a shot list. I don't care what. Get with the contact and say what else do you need shots. And don't be ready to run out on the contracts. It's ready. All right. Shoot's over with. Yeah. You know, one quick thing. If you work for FlashFilm Media and you shooting a corporate event, I'm gonna check the time stamp on your images, because if you don't got one at least 5 minutes after the shoot in, I'm talking about a good one, not a picture of the floor. I'm talking about a really good picture that's usable. If you ain't got it 5 minutes after, you fired. Because at FlashFilm Media, we stay 5 minutes after the shoot at all times. That's what we do. We stay 5 minutes after the shoot. And like I said, you want to ask them, do they need anything? The client just told me, like, man, I'm so glad you asked me. She didn't need nothing, but she was so glad I asked her. It's a little stuff like that clients remember when they hire you and they bring you back and they do all of this stuff with you. It's the little stuff. That's why I say customer service is so important. Either way, if you're not a member of FlashFilm Academy, these are the things you're missing. We teach based off real world stuff. We out here, fam. I'm out here. I'm doing it. We out here. What? Right? What else do we got to show you? We out here doing it. If you want to learn from people that's actually doing this, making money for a living, and not the people that's selling you pipe dreams of fake shooting, you know, thinking that if you learn how to shoot an interview, people gonna start calling you. If y'all don't start with that crap, and let's go. If you're ready to build something, let's build it. I'm giving you the game. Anyway, with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. If you're a FlashFilm Academy member, go ahead, check out that video, because I'm about to lay it down. I'm about to give you everything like I always do. No fluff, no BS, straight to it. All right? My members in the inside, let's get to it.
I've been a loyal student of FlashFilm Academy for years now, and look where it has gotten. Enroll today.